So I'm subtracting here. As a result, this will be cancelled. Now we will have k alpha plus 6 alpha. 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay. Here I can take alpha common. As a result, alpha is minus 3 upon k plus 6. See, this is exactly the same thing, same process that I explained here. Okay. It is exactly same. This working only. But it was just like A1, B1, C1 were there when I was talking in general terms. Now we have the values. We have 2k minus 5. So obviously it looks little bit simple. But the process is same. You will have to follow this procedure only. But the question is, what? Find the value of k so that the equations have common root. We have not got the answer till now. In fact, we have got the value of common root in terms of k. But the question is, what is the value of k? So finally, the last step to solve this question. Now put this value of alpha, in any of the equations. So as you can see this equation, okay, let us pick easier one. If you want, you can put here also, but this is comparatively easy. That is why. So if I select this equation and I put this value of alpha here, okay, I will get value of k. Let us put. So in place of alpha, I'm going to put this equation. So alpha square minus 3 upon k plus 6 whole square. Okay. Then after that, minus 3 alpha. Minus 3 alpha and minus 4. Minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay. I am writing here, putting alpha equals this in which equation? Alpha square minus 3 alpha minus 4 is equal to 0. I have got this result. Now nothing is left. I will just simplify this equation and find value of k. So for simplifying, this will be 9 k plus 6 whole square. This is 9 upon k plus 6 minus 4. Okay. Take LCM or cross multiply, whatever you say. So it will be 9. So 9 times of k plus 6 minus 4 times of k plus 6 whole square. So this is like taking LCM and then cross multiplying. Okay. That I have done in a single step. So this is 9 plus 9k plus 54 minus 4 times k square 12k plus 36. So now I'm simplifying this. So it is minus 4k square minus 48k and 9k will be minus 39k. And what about this? Minus 144. Minus 144 minus 90 minus 81. So this is 4k square plus 39k plus 81. This is what will be remaining after simplifying. Okay. Now this is quadratic itself. So we'll have to make the factors. I'm not teaching you factorization. This you should know. If you are not able to make the factors, use quadratic formula. 27k plus 3. So this is the final answer. You will get two values of k. K minus 3 because this can be rewritten as 4k plus 27 into k plus 3 equals 0. So k is minus 3 and minus 27 by 4. These are the two answers. So now you should have understood that after getting this value, okay, by following every process, every step, now in the question they are asking us to find the value of k. So what to do? This value of alpha can be put in any one of the equation, okay, which is containing alpha. So when you will put, you will get such an equation, and after that nothing is important because we have to just simplify and solve the equation, and from here I will get value of k. So for these two values of k, the above two quadratic equations will have one common root. This is the meaning of this question. Anyone having any doubt?
We have to discard something like
No. If you want, I can even tell you what is the meaning of getting two values of k. That is a good
okay.
question. Now let us try to explain this answer. So Now there may be a question, sir. We are getting two values of k. So are both acceptable, or both will be rejected, or any one will be rejected? So what we do, we always verify our answers. Though it is extra part, but it is good for our understanding. So what happened if k will be minus 3? We will put it here in this equation. We will put here. Okay, let us go back to the question here. Okay, let us check and put k equals minus 3, and we actually find the roots, and then we will see if we are having a common root or not. Okay, so k equals minus 3, remember. So for k equals minus 3, one equation will be 2x square minus 3x, how much? K minus 3. Okay, minus 5 is equal to 0. This will be your first equation. And second one is how much? Second one is, yeah, x square minus 3x, x square minus 3x minus 4. This is your second equation. So what I'm basically doing, now I am checking whether for k equal to minus 3, the two equations have one common root or not. Okay, this is just for verification purpose. So what you will do, you will find the roots and check. So that should be really quick, because you should be comfortable in making factors. These are the factors of the second equation. Values will be 4 and minus 1. Let us make the factors here. 2x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 5. So taking x common, 2x minus 5 and 1, 2x minus 5. So what you will see, if k equals minus 3, the first equation will become this. Second, there will be no change because there was not any term of k present. So second equation has roots 4 and minus 1. And the first equation after putting k equal to minus 3 is this. And on factorization, its two roots are this. So it is very evident, very clear that now for this value of k, the two equations have one root common. This is the meaning of the question. Okay. Similarly, when you will put k equal to minus 27 by 4, you will get some equation here. This will remain same because there was no term of k. Again, you will solve the two equations and you will be getting one more common root. Okay. But remember, do not get confused that, sir, we are getting two common roots. No, we are getting one common root only, because one time this will be the equation, and for k is equal to minus 3, you know what will happen? For k equal to minus 3, this equation, sorry, for k equal to minus 27 by 4. Minus 27 by 4. This one. Now the equation will change. Equation will change. This will be the equation. Okay. This will be the equation. Second equation, however, will be same because there was no term of k. Now again you will solve these two equations and you will get again one common root. So this is the meaning of the question. I hope is it clear. This is clear now.
So you have to check every
Yes,
time.
sir.
No, you are not supposed to check. Not required. Okay, this is it. This is sufficient. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This was just for our understanding. Okay, so I'm giving you a question. I'm giving you a question, and you just try and follow these same steps. Okay, and let us see if you can get the correct answer. Just try it in your registers. Question is, if the equations.
So can you scroll a little up
Not
there,
required.
up to
It's there in the notes. Not required, because see, then we'll not be able to complete the chapter like this. Leave it. It's there in the notes. Okay. So it's better to have as much practice as we can do it here, because rest is reading. You will find this thing in every book, every module. Okay. Let us try to do more and more practice. That is important. Solve this one. So even if,
Excuse me, sir.
yes, yes.
So is the second equation x square minus cx plus alpha?
Sorry, can you please repeat your question?
So the second equation,
Yeah.
is it x square minus cx plus alpha?
Okay, you are talking about this. No, it's D. A, B, C, D. These four alphabets are used. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay, sir.
All right, so have one root in common and second equation has equal roots. Second equation has equal roots. Then AC equals. And the options are B plus D. B option is B into D. C option is twice of B plus D. And D option is B minus D. This is the question. Okay, can anyone tell me? Forget about the answer for now. Let us see if we are doing it in the correct way or not. Getting the answer is a different thing. Can any one of you tell me that what will be the roots of the two equations? Can you assume the roots and tell me that these will be the roots of the two equations after going through the language of the question? What roots can be assumed? Like what can be the two roots and what can be the two roots of this equation? This is what I'm asking. Go through the question carefully. Both equations have one root common. Second equation has equal roots.
So alpha, beta, and alpha, alpha.
Very good. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. Why? Because see, both the equations have one root common. Second equation has common roots. Sorry, second equation has equal roots. So let me take roots of the second equation as alpha and alpha. So though both are same, but that does not mean that the first equation will also have both roots same. No, it is just given that one root is common. So either you can take alpha or you can take beta because the first equation does not have equal roots. So if you think that sir first equation will have root alpha alpha, second will have alpha alpha, it is absolutely wrong. Why? Because both the equations have one root common. That is what is given in the question. So like for example, second equation can have root 2 comma 2. First equation can have root 2 comma 3. So everything is satisfied. Second equation is having equal roots and like both the equations are having one common root. Okay, only this. So first part is over. That means we have understood the question. Now what is left? We have to find that A into C is equal to which of the four options, and it is very easy to understand that the four options are in terms of B and D. So now let us see if you can apply the theory that I have taught you. See here question is little bit tricky because if you will follow exactly the same process without using anything else, like if you put alpha in both the equation, you start subtracting and all, you will not get the same result. Okay, because something else is also given. What is given? That is second equation has equal roots. let us see how we have to use this result. First thing, I'm using sum of roots for this. Sum of roots. Okay. Alpha plus beta. So beta is alpha here. I'm talking about the second equation. Sum of roots minus b by a. So that means 2 alpha is c. So I have directly the value of common root. Okay. I have directly the value of common root. Now, alpha is root of first equation. Alpha is also root of x square minus ax plus b equal to 0. Therefore, alpha square minus a alpha plus b equal to 0, right? Now what we will do? We have to find relation in A, B, C, D. We have to express AC in terms of B and D. So at least we do not need alpha. So what we will do? We will put this value of alpha in the equation that we have obtained here. In place of alpha, put c by 2. Place of alpha, put c by 2. So this is c square by 4
So,
minus AC by 2 plus b equals 0. So if you look at the question, in the question they want us to find value of AC in terms of B and D, right? We have to check which of the following option is correct. So at least we have got AC here, AC. So what we will do, we will shift AC to the right hand side. Okay. So this is C square by 4 plus B equals AC by 2. Let us multiply both sides by 2. Let us multiply both sides by 2. Why? Because we need the value of AC. So I can write AC as 2b plus c square by 2. But actually this is not the answer. Why? Because what is required? Required is the value of AC in terms of B and D. But till now, we have got value of AC in terms of B and C. So D needs to be introduced. D. Can anyone tell me? Is there anything which is left to be used? Anything? From the question, can you remember
Discriminant
anything?
equals 0.
Very good. So
Discriminant equal to 0.
discriminant equal to 0. This is absolutely correct. So
I didn't understand. So,
what?
so the C part.
Which one? This alpha equals c by 2.
Yeah, sir.
What is the problem? Alpha plus beta is not minus b by a. Do you remember this result?
Yes, sir.
So I'm applying same result here. Here beta is alpha only
Okay, sir.
and a is 1, and in place of b we have minus c. So you should you know you should know how to compare things and then write the same results. So now
Okay.
alpha plus alpha will be 2 alpha. This will become c. So alpha is c by 2. Now after getting alpha is equal to c by 2, I see that alpha is present in this equation also, because alpha is the root of this equation also. So it will satisfy this equation. After putting alpha here, what I am doing, I have got alpha as c by 2. So I am putting value of alpha as c by 2 here. And after that I have
So,
simplified. Yes.
so answer is 2 into D plus B.
Yeah, that's correct. Because the last thing which is left is the use of discriminant. Why? Because in the question they have also given that the second equation has equal roots. We have not used this thing in case of discriminant. So equal roots, d equal to 0, discriminant. Find discriminant for here. For this equation, this will be c square minus 4 times of d. This should be 0. That means in place of c square, I can put 4d as and when required. I will put it here. So this will be twice of b plus. In place of c square, I will write 4d by 2. And this is your answer. AC is 2b plus 2d or 2 times of b plus d. Okay. So because we have to match the options. So what you can understand from the options? You can understand that you have to find the answer in terms of B and D. So though you got the expression for AC, but it was coming in terms of B and C, and you have to write the answer in terms of B and D. So that is why I came back to the question and used this thing that the second equation has equal roots. So discriminant must be 0. From here, we get this relation. And after putting this relation here, we have got the required result. Okay. So you will have to actually use the whole theory. Now you cannot argue, sir, I don't remember alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Whatever I am teaching you, you are supposed to revise that. Okay. It's not like that we are moving forward and we are, just forgetting everything which we have studied earlier. So proper revision is required. You should be able to relate things. Okay. Try to relate the things. It's not like that if I have taught you equation reducible to quadratic, that you will forget it in the last class. No. So anything that is taught previously, it can be applied in any of the coming classes. Okay. That is why revision is important. And all these questions are in the notes also. So here what is important is the practice and the explanation part. Rest you can read it. It will be present there in the notes. Nothing to write, just practice. Okay, let me take a similar question. I hope this you will solve. If the equations ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 and bx square plus cx plus a equal to 0 such that a not equal to 0 have a common root. Have a common root. That means simply these two quadratic equations have one root common and the value of a is non-zero. This is what is given. Okay. Then a cube plus b cube plus c cube equals, and the options are abc. B option is minus 3abc. C option is 3abc. And D option is 0. This is the question. Use whatever I have taught you till now. You'll get the answer. Yes, anyone? Like we are supposed to use the same process. One common root. So let us select the roots of the first equation as alpha beta and equation of second roots. Second equation, roots of the second equation as alpha gamma. Okay. Now watch the steps very carefully, otherwise you will ask. So what I will do, I will put alpha in the first equation. I will put alpha in the second equation. Okay. And after this, now what I will do, that elimination thing. So first equation will have to be multiplied by b. Why? Because b is present in the second equation with alpha square. And the second equation, this will be multiplied with a. Okay. So what will happen? First equation will become ab alpha square b square alpha b into c equals 0. This equation will be ab alpha square ac alpha plus a square equals 0. Let us subtract. This will be cancelled. Okay. So this is now b square alpha minus ac alpha plus b into c minus a square equals 0, which will give you b square minus ac alpha plus. We can shift these terms to the right hand side, and as a result we have got value of alpha. So this is similar to the second last question. Why? Because what we will do with this value of alpha, we will put it in this equation or the second equation, any one, either this one or the second one, and any one of the equation. Why? Because in the question we have to find a relation in a cube, b cube, c cube and abc. What is the question? A cube plus b cube plus c cube equals. What are the options? Options are coming in terms of a into b into c, or it can be 0. So overall alpha is not there. This is clear. Alpha is not there in the question. So what we have to do? We have to like put this value of alpha in any one of the equation so that we can get an equation in a, b and c only. So let me put this equation. Use this equation. So a, then alpha square. So here some calculation will be there, nothing else. This is a alpha square plus b into alpha, b into alpha. Okay. And plus c. So now what you can observe? You can observe that alpha is no more and the whole expression is in terms of a, b and c. So what is left is like the calculation or the simplification part now. So what we will do, it is a square. So square of this upon b square minus ac whole square. So next step will obviously be LCM, cross multiplying all that. So LCM will be b square minus ac whole square. So I am saving one step. I am taking LCM and cross multiplying in a single step. Okay, that you can also do. B into a square minus bc into b square minus ac, and finally here with c we will have b square minus ac whole square. Now obviously there's nothing left but to multiply and square everything. Okay, so this will be a to the power 4 plus b square c square minus 2a square b into c plus b times a square b square minus a cube c minus b cube c plus abc square, and here the last term c times of square of this b to the power 4 plus a square c square minus 2ac b square. I am simply expanding the squares and like multiplying the terms, nothing new. Okay, so let us simplify and see what are the terms which are present now. So this will be a to the power 5. Then next will be a b square c square. Be very careful while multiplying the terms. Okay. Then with b, this is a square b cube minus a cube b into c minus b to the power 4c plus a b square c square. Finally, with c, it is b to the power 4c plus a square c cube minus 2a c square b square. Now the point is we are not actually going away from the question. In fact, now terms will cancel. After so much simplification, terms will definitely cancel. Watch carefully. This will be cancelled. B to the power 4c. Okay. Then what else? Okay. These two underlined terms. A b square c square a b c square is 2a b square c square, and this is minus 2a square b square c square. So addition of these two will be cancelled by this negative. Okay, so this is also cancelled. Now what is left? Okay, and also observe these two will be added. These two will be added because both have negative. So a to the power 5 minus 3 times of a cube b into c. Then what is left? This is left a square b cube. And what is left at the last? A square c cube equals 0. Okay, a square is coming common. So it will be a cube minus 3abc plus b cube plus c cube. We are at the answer. We can divide this equation by a square. Why we can divide this equation by a square? Because in the question itself they have given that a is not equal to 0. It is given in the question. Finally, a cube plus b cube plus c cube comes out to be equal to 3abc. So this is which option? 3abc is C option. This is the answer. Okay. So all these steps, especially from here to here, okay, these steps are just calculations, taking LCM, doing a square, multiplying, subtracting the similar terms with opposite signs. And finally, here after taking a square common and dividing both sides by a square. Why? Because we can divide both sides by non-zero quantity. And in the question itself, it is given that a is non-zero. This is the reason. I hope you have understood the question. Anyone having any doubt? Any doubt in this question? Okay, just confirm. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so these were the questions which were based on one common root. Okay, you will find each and every example in the notes. No need to write anything, just you have to understand the concept. So when
Have you uploaded the
yes, you want to ask something?
So have you uploaded the
Yes, it's already there. And I will just check once more because question bank is already there. And notes, if it has not been shared, then they will be shared by today only. After your class, it will be shared in some time. Okay. So I will have to
So
check
today
whether
you're
they have.
giving new sets of questions for homework.
Right, right. And can you tell me that whether I've given any homework in the previous classes? I don't remember actually.
Yes, sir, you're given.
From the question bank level 1, I have given some questions.
So last to
Yes,
last
sir.
class it was.
Okay, okay. Actually, we are not having classes in the last week. Na? Don't worry. I will just add some questions, and next one definitely we are going to discuss the questions. Okay. So they will be added based on this article only. That is the one that we are studying right now. Okay. So let us complete this. Let us complete this.
You solve
So
the previous one also.
sorry.
Previous one also you'll discuss.
Yeah, every question, whatever questions I have given till now, they will be discussed on the next one.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so now this is case 2. Now you can mute yourself. This is case 2 when,
Sir, the voice is breaking.
sorry,
Voice is breaking, sir.
is it so? What about others?
Say your voice is
No, sir, it's
breaking.
clear. It's clear, sir.
Yes. So, but I'm getting some
Some
correction.
So there's some
disturbance.
disturbance.
Yes, actually, like someone is like not muted. Wait a minute. Okay, so second case, when both roots are same or common. Both roots are common. This is easy to use when both roots are common. And what will happen? You will be given two equations. You will be given two equations. Okay. And now as the Heading says both roots are common, so actually both roots are same. That means it's not alpha, even beta is same. And condition is also very easy to use. The condition for both roots of both the equations to be same is a1 upon a2 equals b1 by b2 equals c1 by c2. No such working like the first case. If there are two quadratic equations, if they have both roots same, then ratio of their corresponding coefficients will be same. Ratio, numerator upon denominator. Corresponding coefficient means like the coefficient of x square is a1 and the coefficient of x square, which is like the corresponding means what? Similar kind of coefficients. So coefficient of x square in the first equation is a1, coefficient of x square in the second equation is a2. So their ratio is a1 by a2. Then coefficient of x in the first equation is b1, coefficient of x in the second equation is b2. Their ratio is b1 by b2. Similarly, constant coefficient in the first equation is c1, constant coefficient in the second equation is c2. Their ratio is c1 by c2. And the condition is these ratios are equal when both roots of both the quadratic equations are same. This is the meaning of this condition. Now let us check if this is right or wrong. Let us solve two equations. Let two equations are. Yes, you want to ask something?
So, can you explain that this?
Second case, no, I am taking the example, so you will understand through example in a better way. I am giving the example, you will understand what is the meaning of this condition. Okay, just have a look at this example. See, I am giving you these two equations. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's solve them and find their roots. So how we solve? We can do the factorization. So x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6 equals 0. X into x plus 3 plus 2 into x plus 3 equals 0. X plus 3 into x plus 2 equal to 0. So roots are coming minus 2 and minus 3. Okay, these are the roots of the first equation. Now let us solve the second equation. The product is 54, 3 into 18, and this is 15. So how you will make the factors? You will split this
We
term
can
in
divide.
9
So
and
we
6.
can
No,
divide.
no, do not divide. Do not divide because I want to show you something. Later on we can divide.
Okay,
Later
sir.
on we can divide. Okay. But for now,
Okay,
let
sir.
us keep the equation like this only. So if we have to solve this equation like this only without dividing by any number, what will happen? 3 into 18 is 54. This is 15. So how you will split in 9 and 6, right? 9 and 6. So what will happen? What will happen? Because why I'm not dividing? Because I want to tell you about this condition. If you will divide, you will not get it. So forget about dividing. Just keep it as such and solve it. So you will take 3x common. This will be x plus 3. Then 6 common, x plus 3. As a result, you get the factors x plus 3 into 3x plus 6 equal to 0. So the roots that you will get now, are x equals minus 3 and x equal to minus 2. What do you observe? Roots are same. Both the equations have same roots. Now this same thing, I can tell this same thing without actually finding the roots. Finding their roots. How? By using this condition or by checking this condition. See, if you compare the two quadratic equations in our examples, then what about a1 by a2? a1 by a2 is 1 upon 3 here. What is a1? Coefficient of x square, which is 1 in the first case, and a2 is 3. What is b1 by b2? b1 is 5, b2 is 15, so 5 by 15. What is c1 by c2? c1 is 6 and this is 18. What do you observe? All three are equal. 5 by 15 is also 1 by 3. 6 by 18 is also 1 by 3. So that is why without actually finding the roots, I can say that both the equations will have both roots common. This is the meaning of this condition. Okay, very easy to use. Whenever say that two equations have both root common, just use this result and you will get the answer. So we have understood the condition, we have verified it. Now let us take one example for even better understanding of the concept. Okay, how to use this condition for this purpose. So the question is, if the equations, and these are the equations, I will just take two examples. K into 6x square plus 3 plus Rx, this is Rx plus 2x square minus 1 equals 0, and 6k into 2x square plus 1 plus px plus 4x square minus 2 equals 0 have both roots common. Have both roots common. Then value of 2r minus p is, value of 2r minus p is, and it's like fill up the blank. This is the question. Are you getting one?
Sorry, sir.
0.
Yeah, 0 is correct. 0 is the right answer.
0.
Yes, 0 is correct. So, can any one of you explain? Those who are giving 0, can anyone explain how you have done it? Any one of you? See, in quadratic equation, there are total 3 PDFs that I will be sharing, and I have shared one PDF already. Okay. Second PDF I will be sharing today, and third one later on. However, question bank is already shared with you. All right. And one PDF has been shared. Okay, so regarding this question, listen carefully. First of all, we have to change the quadratic equations in standard form. Why? Because this is not in standard form. Multiply by k. This will be 6kx square plus 3k plus rx plus 2x square minus 1 equals 0. So standard form is collecting terms of x square, x and constant. So we will write these two together. 6k plus 2x square. Then r into x, and finally 3k minus 1. Always write the equations in standard form. That is the purpose. Because otherwise you will you will not be able to use the condition actually. Okay. Because what was the condition? First we will write the ratio of coefficients of x square, then coefficients of x, and then constant coefficients. So first you need to arrange it in the standard form. Similarly, second equation, this is 12k x square plus 6k plus px plus 4x square minus 2. This is k. Okay. So simplified Write it in the standard form. This is 12k plus 4 x square. Then we have px and 6k minus 2 equals 0. So after simplifying, this is the first equation and this is the second equation. And the question they have given that both roots common. Alright, both roots common. Now you can use the condition. Therefore, 6k plus 2 upon 12k plus 4. These are coefficients of x square in both the equations. Their ratio and r upon p, coefficient of x in first equation upon coefficient of x in second equation, equals 3k minus 1 upon 6k minus 2. But you know what will happen? These two terms will cancel each other like this. Just take 2 common. This will be 6k plus 2 r by p. Similarly, you can take 2 common from here. This will be 3k minus 1. So what will happen? You can cancel the numerator and denominator. You will get this. That means overall r by p is half. R upon p is half. 2r equals p. Or this implies 2r minus p equals 0. Okay. This is what you were supposed to find. The value of 2r minus p. Question was easy, but we just have to change it in the standard form. Once you have changed it in the standard forms like this, use the concept of or the condition of both roots common, which is a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 equals c1 by c2. Simplify the terms and you will get the value as 0. Okay, homework is very straightforward in level 1 because many questions have already given. Now I remember. Question 1 to question 69 will be your homework. However, many of the questions were given already. So in fact, you are supposed to solve them by now. But if you have not done the homework, then obviously there will be a lot of homework for you. Question 1 to question 69. These will be discussed on the next one. Okay. Homework from question bank of quadratic equation, level 1. Let us take one more example on the above concept.
So
Yes.
sometimes no, that question bank does not open.
Not able to hear you. Can you be loud? Yes, can you please repeat? Let me write the question. I'm not able to hear him. So if the two equations x square plus px plus q equal to 0 and x square plus x plus 2 equals 0, where p and q are real, have one common root. See, this is a very good question. Let me see who can solve it. Have one common root, then find values of p and q. It is also the last question of the class. This topic will be over and we will also finish the class here only. Solve this and tell me the answer. There are two quadratic equations. They have one common root. We have to find p and q. Yes.
The homework again. Your voice
It is
was breaking.
already here. It is already here on the screen. Level 1, question 1 to question 69. In fact, I have just added 7 questions. The rest of the questions were already given.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. See, what about if I say that I can give the answer directly without writing anything? Then can you explain the reason with answer? What if I say P is 1 and Q is 2? This is the answer. Then can anyone explain the reason? See, this particular question. Yes, anyone like to answer?
So you compared both the sides.
So why I'm doing so? What is the reason behind it?
So to get the values of P and Q.
No, but why I will do this? It's just that if I want to find P and Q, but why I will compare them? What is the reason behind comparing? See,
One common.
one common root, but in one common root we never compare. When we compare and say, see, we will have to understand the hidden information in this question. In the question, they are giving that these two equations have one common root. Okay, they are giving saying that both the equations have one common root. Let me solve this equation. Let me solve the second equation. Let us solve it. X equals minus 1 plus minus 1 minus 8 by 2. Okay. So this is root of minus 7, and I told you how to write root of minus 7. This can be written as root 7 iota. This we have already discussed. Y under root of minus 7 is root 7 iota. So what are the two roots? What are the two roots of the second equation? Because they can be actually calculated. They are minus 1 plus root 7 iota by 2. This can be written like this. And next one is minus 1 minus root 7 iota by 2. This is the second root. So we have these two roots, right? Now, in the question, they have given that both the equations have one common root. So let us say this plus 1 is the common root. Plus 1 is the common root. Okay. I want to ask you one thing. Let me see if anyone remembers it or not. Because see, in the question it is given that one common root. I have selected the plus 1. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what will be the second root of the first equation? What will be the second root of the above equation, first one, and the reason?
So minus 1 by 2 minus root 7 iota by 2.
And why you are saying this? What is the reason?
So because they always occur in conjugate pairs.
Very good. So this is what I am expecting from you. This is the reason. See what is hidden in the question. Though they have given that both the equations have one common root, but why both roots are coming common? Now you know what happened as a result. Both roots are same now. Why? What I did, first of all, I solved this equation. I got the roots. I wrote them here. Now in the question it is given that one root is common. So I randomly selected the plus one. But now he is saying that the next root will be this only, nothing else. Why? Because complex roots occur in conjugate pair only. So if it is plus of iota, so in the next one it will be minus of this iota. And what happened as a result? Both the roots are coming same. Now some of you may argue, sir, I will not take the plus 1 common. I will take the minus 1 common. So if you take this common, then what will happen? If you are taking minus common, then obviously plus will come again. Why? Because complex root occur in conjugate pair. So what happened actually? Though it was given that one common root, but because of this second equation, what happened? Both roots are coming common. So both roots are common. What is the condition? Condition is a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 equals c1 by c2. So because of that, now I can say that p equals 1, and from first and last I can say that q is 2. This is the reason. Okay, so it is a very good question. Otherwise, you know what happened? Most of the students who do not understand the concept or who do not pay attention to the roots of the second equation, what they start doing? They start putting alpha in the first equation, they put alpha in the second equation, they start subtracting, and they will end up getting some value of alpha in P and Q. Then they will be like at that step only they don't know how to solve further. Because this question will not be solved like this. I am repeating again. though they have given that one common root, but actually you have to understand by yourself that both roots are common, and the concept used is complex roots occur in conjugate pair. This is the reason. Okay, that is the explanation for this question. And this was also the last question of the class. With this, we complete this section also, that is condition of common roots. So in question 1 to question 69, there are like around 7 questions based on this concept, which will help you to understand this thing even better. So what is required from your side is serious attempt of the questions from the homework. Otherwise, it is of no use. Okay. So give your best effort in attempting the questions. We will discuss them first in the next class and then we will proceed in the chapter. Okay. And I am going to share
Okay, sir.
PDF in some time. Okay. I am going to share PDF of second PDF in some time. Okay. That's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. Yes.
If you just leave the screen on for 1 minute, sir, just copy
Yes,
this
sure.
on.
Is it visible now?
So the meeting is visible.
Are you not able to see the screen?
So no, I can see the screen, but your meeting is visible. So I can't see the notes.
Yes.